Okay, good morning, class. Today we'll be looking at identifying parts of a computer and technology tools. All right. So we'll be looking at identifying parts of a computer and technological tools. All right. So we'll be looking at three perspectives, which is the trends in the next generation of computers, the Google quantum computer, which is the Sycamore, and we compare its processing power with supercomputers. All right. So we'll be focusing on the processors under the Google quantum computers as compared to other supercomputers. All right. Then lastly, we will look at the concept of perceptual computing. All right. The concept of perceptual computing, whereby we will talk about how the computer visions interact with the human. All right. So the things the computer sees about the human, facial recognitions, voice recognitions, and the emotions the user is having, the computer will feel the same as the human is also feeling. Okay. So without wasting much time, let's start with the trends in the next generation of computers. All right. So we say computers and digitalization are the main trends of next generation computers. In the future decades, the digital world will experience immense technological developments. But why is this important for you to know? Well, we will tell you. Having certain knowledge about the upcoming development will help prevent various shocks. Right. So you have to know what is ahead of you, what in the future, things, how it will be. So when you are in the future, or when you read the future and it is there, it won't be surprising for you anymore because you were already told about it. Right. We may not be residing on another planet, of course, yeah, and run flying cars, but there are some technological trends that you can't ignore. Right. In this lesson, you will come to know the major trends you need to look for. Right. So we were talking about some new trends which is already ongoing in the system, and some are already yet to be released, and some are already in use. So we will get to know all of this. Okay. So as personal computing evolves, there are a few key features you can expect to see in the next generation of computers. All right. So we'll be looking at the main trends of next generation computing. All right. So we talk about a few of them, and then we will try to explain something about it for you to understand what all the listed above really means. So we will talk about artificial intelligence integration. All right, of which we all know the AIs that has come helping us in our assignments, lessons, research, and other stuff. All right, so we talk about it. Then we talk about increased mobility. When we say increased mobility, we are talking about how advanced mobile phones has been right in the system. There are so many several phones which are very very advanced. All right, we talk about that one. We talk about advanced graphics. All right. So in the olden days, they were having the pixel of 144, all right, which was very blur. But as time goes on, you can now have a pixel of 180 pixels and even 4K pictures, which is the graphics are very advanced. All right. So we'll be talking about all that, and then we'll be talking about higher storage capacities. All right. Even the phones that we are using right now, even when you are using a 32 gigabytes phone, you know the storage is very small. There's some small piece of information, and then the phone capacity is almost full. Right. So higher storage capacities like 256 gig and other stuff. We're talking about SSD2. All right. It's another form of storage capacity which is very high and very compatible for computers. Then we talk about improved battery life. As the computers are, you know, being used in the high level of, for high level of research and other stuff. We need to have improved batteries, very well healthy batteries, in order to contain such power. Then we talk about the next generation of computers. Then we talk about strong architecture for cyber security. All right, of which you know the firmwares of, firms and companies and other infrastructures, their security, their security measures putting in place in order to guide the company and the securities for threats not to harm the company, right? All right. So we look at facial recognitions and computer visions, of which we all know, we are all aware of. Some laptops and some computers are having it. Yeah, so some laptops and some phones are already having it. There's this advanced technology that recognizes the face of everyone when you register your face with your phone or laptop, right? So in case you are in the dark or somewhere else, like anywhere you are, you just have to press the button of your phone or just make your phone screen pop up, and then your face will unlock it. And we talk about the computer visions, sorry. The computer visions, that one we talk about the percept of the computer, all right, whereby the computer will scan you. It can even sense your emotions with the help of the neural networks, all right. With the help of the neural network, the computers can sense your emotions and know how you are feeling, how your thoughts are, can read everything about you. So that's how the computer visions are. The gestures that you make to the computer, the facial recognition, voice recognitions, and other stuffs. All right. So when we talk about the blockchain development, we're talking about the NFTs, bitcoins. These are all trading platforms that can be located on the blockchain development, and it also serves as an agent for transaction. Yeah, you can make transactions with it using the USDTs, the euros, like any form of currency that you want to mix. You want to make transaction. It's very easy and very simple. We talk about clean and technology. All right, clean and technology. In the next generation of computers, clean and technology. Cleaning the environment and other stuff with the help of technology will be very easy. We talk about boom programming. Without programming, everything that we've mentioned cannot be possible, right? So once these are all improving and they are advancing, the programming that is used to write all these will also advance in the same way, all right? Because this is the programming that is used to write such codes that can perform the tasks that we are talking about. And we talk about increased connectivity. When you say increased connectivity, what you mean is that since the information and websites being created in this world and the next generation, it will be in a form of very high speed. So you have to get a connectivity, internet connectivity that is also very high. Let's say, for example, you are using 2G or 3G network right now to run, websites of today, of which you will need 4G to run. You can see the delays and slows it will be, right? So just imagine the next generation of computers. You are using 4G network. It will be very slow. So increased connectivity will also help in the introduction of the 5G, 6G, in order to run the softwares and the websites very smoothly. Okay, we talk about the integration of technology in biological development. Of which we talk about the blood samples, the DNAs, the surgeons, all the stuff that they use. They are all technological tools. All right, they are all technological tools, and these are This will be very advanced with the help of things, how DNA tests are being conducted, blood samples, your blood groups, genotypes, and other stuffs. All these are with the help of technology. And in the next generation of computer, it will be very simple. As of today, that is not simple like that. Okay. And we talk about distribution of infrastructure. Before a company can communicate with another company for some goods and services, it has to be a face-to-face thing. But with the help of technology and other stuff, in the next generation, distribution of infrastructure will be very simple. People can communicate very easily. Goods and services can be imported and exported at an easy pace. All right, so let's take the artificial intelligence integration. All right, I'm sure by this time we have already acquired some little knowledge about every step or every point that we've made mention of. All right, so current operating systems and applications are already integrating AI to some extent, but artificial intelligence will likely become an increasingly central facet for the computing experience. This might include voice recognition, language processing, or predictive behaviors based on the user's habits. All right, we already talked about the AIs, how it will impact the human lives, and how it is even impacting human lives. AI is already in use, and it's not that all new to the system, and it will be very, very, very advanced in the new technology or the next generation. All right, so let's move to the increased mobility, as said before. All right, as illustrated by the shift towards smartphones and tablets. Right, the trend of increasingly mobile computing will likely continue. Right, so as at first there was telephone landline for communication. When you want to communicate with another person, you need your internet mobile service card. You put it in the phone booth or whatsoever before you can make a call, right? And then you have to use the landline phone. But with the help of technology, as technology evolves and evolves and evolves, right now you can have a smartphone and you can communicate with whoever you want to communicate with. All right. So as we are saying, with the next generation of computing, computers and smartphones and tablets it will be very powerful than what we are using right now. All right. So we can expect to see lighter, more portable devices with increasing processing power. All right. So in the next generation, the phones that we'll be using, the tablets and the laptop that they will be using, it will be very lighter, very portable, but very powerful machines that they will be using. All right. So okay. So let's look at the advanced graphics. All right, we already talked about it where we said the 144 pixel, 240 pixels, in that series. All right, so as time goes on, there are pixels that are being evolved, and right now we have 1080 pixel. Of it is very clear, and we have the 4K pixel too. So we say the development in computing have sparkled dramatic advance in visual rendering capacity. All right, it's reasonable to expect this trend to continue. All right, as VR and AR technology gain popularity. All right, so we already talk about it, and how advanced and how real the pictures and the videos will look like in the advanced or in the next generation of computers. All right. Okay, so we talk about the higher storage capacity, of which we made mention of some phones having lower storage capacities and other stuff. Same applies here. In the next generation of computers, the information and facts that will be processed on these machines will process it at a high capacity rate. So if you don't have a high capacity memory in your phone or computer or the company that you are using, you are saving, it will be very difficult for you to survive. Right? So you also need a high storage capacity. So we say as the amount of data you use and create continues to grow exponentially, so too will the storage capacity of our computing devices. All right. So as the information that we use grows exponentially, so is the capacity of these devices must also grow. All right. Whereby we said the solid state drives, which is the SSDs, and terabyte level storage will likely become standard. As of right now, SSDs and terabyte storage we see them as very, very, very advanced. But when you go, a time will come in the next generation of computing, this will be very standard. It will be very normal because the kind of information and facts that they will process, these SSDs and terabyte level of storage will be very standard for them. All right. Okay, so let's take the advanced battery life. Right. So as the processing of device or processing of information on these devices increase, the battery life must also increase in order to match the capacity, right? Because if you use a very low battery to process data or information that are very high, just imagine how long the battery will last, right? So with the increase in mobility of personal computers, improved battery technology will be key to maintaining a consistent and convenient user experience. We may see advancement in both battery technology and more power efficient components, right? So as the components are very more power efficient, the battery technology must also be very, very efficient in order to match it, all right? So let's talk about the distribution of infrastructure. We say the use of multi-cloud or hybrid computers platform will rise significantly. All right, data processing will become easier to handle through a cloud. Right. So as I was saying, communicating goods and services from a firm to another firm, will be very easier because there will be a strong communication between both of them, right? So handling data in such firms between one firm and another will be very easier, right? So hence this trend will help businesses grow and flourish in the upcoming years, right? You don't have to, you don't have to be always face to face, all right? Some things can be done online without the person you seeing him or her. Okay. Okay, so we take the next generation computing. We say next generation computing can efficiently transform the look of various market sectors, starting from energy, pharmacy, transportation, health to manufacturing. All right, so we take the next generation computing. It will help transform the looks of various sectors. It's not about only the ones that we've mentioned, but it can also help in the agricultural sector, in the like you just mentioned it, every sector in this world. The advanced technology and the next generation of computers will help in the maintaining order in such institutions, right? So we say therefore the use of supercomputers and quantum computing will also have a significant impact. All right, we will talk about the supercomputers and quantum computing as time goes on. As we are having the class, there will be a topic for us to discuss it. Okay, so don't worry about it right now. So let's look at the strong architecture for cyber security. Okay, so using several platforms lead to problems for handling data. You need a strong security system to improve customer satisfaction and interactions. Other than that, the rising cases of cyber attacks are one of the significant problems among companies. All right, so the companies having strong security frameworks in order to protect their companies and the information of the personal information that has been given to the computers or the company. They have to protect it. Once the advancement of security frameworks are rising, the cyber attackers are also improving. So once you move forward, they are also coming. So we need to be very cautious, all right, in order for them not to get access into your servers and do harm to your company. All right, so let's move to the facial recognition and computer vision. All right, I think this one we've already explained it much further. So we say artificial intelligence is promoting computers to interact with humans. But in the upcoming years, we expect these machines to see as well. All right, that's with the help of the computer visions. All right, with the help of computer vision, the computer can also see us and feel what we are already feeling. All right, with the help of the neural links that we made mention of, the neural network. All right, so this feature is also available in various security systems and mobile phones. All right, we already have the facial recognitions and other stuff already. It's already in section of this world, and in the next generation of computers, it will be very advanced. All right, so hence this sector will improve more in the future with rapid development. All right, therefore it may have some additional features to avoid any kind of fraud that can surpass the systems. Right, we talked about the system architecture and security. All right, this will have wide usage of compared in the future. All right, let's move on. Okay, so let's take a look at the blockchain development. All right, the blockchain is an extreme safe and secure data authentication process. It protects your stores and your data and protects you from any threat. Hence, this sector has immense potential in revolutionizing various business sectors. One prominent example is conducting transactions effectively. All right, so I made mention of using the USDTs, the euros, the pound, and other transactions in the help of the blockchain development. All right, so it's a very safe place to make transactions. All right, if you want to exchange money from one currency to another currency using the blockchain development with the help of Binance and other examples of the blockchain development, is very easy to conduct such transactions. All right, hence it will open various jobs and promote the development of new startups across the world. Yeah, all right, in the future the demand of blockchain developments will rise significantly. Okay, so let's look at the clean and technology. Okay, clean and technologies. We say the increasing development is one of the major causes of environmental problems. Also, companies are now focusing on this issue to lessen the impact of saving the planet. All right, for that, clean transport solutions, renewable energy, sustainable consumptions of water, etc., are necessary. Okay. As a result, the companies build a positive image across the world, adopting clean solutions that can help lower the overall cost as well. Now you can understand that the demand for clean technologies will improve in the future as it's already in existence. Some countries are practicing it whereby they recycle every um, every dustbins around the country and recycle it into something different else, all right, with the help of technology. So in the next generation of computing, it will be a very broad thing and it will be very amazing to watch. Okay. All right, so let's talk about boom programming. Programming is the main core of next generation computing. All right, so without programming, all that we've made mention of cannot come to pass. All right, but this segment will also change. Okay, yeah, it will also change. The development of neural networks and machine learning can help create new software. Also, the software and applications will become stronger in the next generation. The coding process and existing softwares will become automated. All right, it will become a standard form of programming. All right. Okay, let's talk about the increased connectivity. We say improved improvement in digital connection with 5G connectivity will improve economic structure significantly. Also, increase the wireless control of machines. Mobile tools can use drastic shift in digitalization. All right, we talked about having the 5G and the 6G in the next generation of computers already. All right, so we talked about it. Let's look at the integration of technology in biological development, of which we talk about the blood samples, the DNA tests, and those kind of stuff. All right. So in the past several years, biological development has become advanced with the usage of technology. All right. It will significantly impact agriculture and especially the healthcare. All right. DNA sequencing, AI automation, and development in gene therapies are some propelling areas. All right. Okay, so we've talked about the next generation of computers. So let's move straight away to the Google Quantum Computer, which is the Sycamore, and compare its processing power with other supercomputers. All right. So you say Google's quantum computer, Sycamore, is a state-of-the-art device designed to perform complex calculation using the principles of quantum mechanisms. Right. Comparing its processing power with other supercomputers can be challenging due to fundamental differences in the architecture and computational capabilities. Supercomputers are traditional computing systems that use classical bits. All right, so the supercomputers use classical bits while the Google quantum computers use a bit that we call the qubits. All right, I'll show you an example of a qubit. So just focus and let's move on. Okay. We are saying supercomputers are traditional computing systems that use classical bits for information storage and manipulation. Okay. You see, they excel at performing large-scale simulations, data analysis, weather forecasting, okay, molecular modeling. Okay, we say quantum computers like Sycamore utilize qubits. All right, I made mention of it where I said supercomputers uses classical bits, and the quantum computers also use the qubits. Okay, so we say quantum computers like Sycamore utilize qubits as their basic unit of computations. Qubit exploits unique properties such as superposition and entanglement to process information differently from classical bits. All right, so they are not the same. There's a difference between the qubits and the classical bits, of which the qubits is for Google quantum computing and the classical bit is also for the supercomputers. Okay, we say quantum computers have shown promise in solving certain types of problem exponentially faster than conventional machines, but may not outperform them. Okay, fine, you are very advanced. Okay, you will be very advanced, but that does not mean every problem or every situation in the world you will solve it. All right, so that's why we are saying quantum computers have shown promise in solving certain types of problems exponentially faster than conventional machines, but may not outperform them across all tasks. Right, so we can be perfect in one task. These two can also be perfect in another task. Okay, so this is the example of a Google Quantum Sycamore processing qubit. All right. Okay, so let's look at the comparisons. All right, the comparison of processing power between Google Sycamore, which is a 53 qubit machine, and supercomputers. Okay, so let's take classical supercomputers. In terms of raw speed or flops, which is the floating point operations per second, current top-tier supercomputers can achieve SQ performance processing billions or event of trillions of calculations per second, which surpasses that any existing quantum computer has achieved so far. Alright, so when we take the classical supercomputers, when it comes to computational computing, alright, it can solve trillions of calculations per second. Trillions of calculations per second. So with this strength that the supercomputer have, it surpasses the quantum computer, right? Because the quantum computers can solve trillions of calculations per second, right? So let's look at the quantum advantage, all right? Okay, so we say the quantum advantage refers to specifically to situations where a specific task can be performed significantly faster on a small scale universal gate-based quantum processing compared with any known algorithm running on digital electronic device. Sycamore demonstrated this phenomenon when it solved an intricate problem within minutes. All right, within minutes. So application problems, with the quantum advantage or with the Google quantum computing, it solves problems or problems that are very applicable. All right, application problems which takes years to build. All right, with the help of Google quantum, it will take minutes. All right, it will take minutes to solve it. All right, so we say the Sycamore demonstrated this phenomenon when it solves an intricate problem within minutes. All right, calculating estimated would take thousands, if not millions, of days for most powerful classical computers. All right, so that's the difference between when we take calculations, computational calculations with the supercomputers. It's 100% perfect. It can solve trillions of calculations within a second, right? So as compared to the quantum advantage, the quantum can also solve application problems of which the supercomputers will take days, months, or millions of years to solve, right? With the help of the quantum, Google quantum, we can take minutes to solve such questions, all right? Okay, so we say Sycamore hold great potential for tackling specialized optimization problems that could benefit from exploiting its inheritance advantage over classic computing methods. Okay, so we say, however, it still lags behind modern day high performance supercomputing platform concerning general purpose computations required vast amount of numerical precisions. Okay, all right, so let's move to the percepts. All right, let's look to the perfect computing. All right, perceptual computing, whereby we look at the features of perceptual computing. So we say perceptual computing refers to the use of technology that enables computers to understand and interpret human gestures, right? Expressing emotions and other forms of natural communications, right? Of it we talk about the gesture recognitions, we talk about the facial recognitions, voice recognitions, emotion recognition with the help of the neural networks that we've talked about. All right. So let's take the gesture recognition. Perceptual computing systems can recognize hand movements and gesture made by users as a form of inputs for controlling devices and interacting with virtual environments. All right. So all right. So let's continue. Okay, so let's take a look at the facial recognition, all right, of which we all know in our phones, modern phones, without your facial recognition, if you are registered, if you have registered your face with your phone, you can use the face to unlock the phone without, typing in or inputting in the password or the PIN, all right. So we say these systems are capable of identifying individuals based on their facial features, allowing for applications such as biometric security and personalized user experiences. All right. So in the next generation of computers, this perceptual feature will be very, very important and will be very, very advanced as compared to today's. All right. So let's move to the voice recognition. We say perceptual computing technologies can accurately transcribe spoken words into text and interpret voice commands for hand-free interactions with devices. All right, so there are some advancements in the applications that you can even speak out the words and the computer will be typing it for you. All right, without the help of using the hand to type and those stuff, you can just use your voice, just say the word, and the computer will type it for you. Okay. Let's look at the emotional detections, which is the emotion detection. Some advanced perceptual computing systems have the ability to detect emotional cues from facial expressions or vocal intonations, enabling more emphatic interactions between humans and machines. All right, we talk about the neural links, whereby the emotions of the user will be felt by the machine, all right, with the help of the neural networks. Okay, so let's look at the natural language processing, which is the NLP. It is capable of allowing computers to understand human language in a way that is closer to how people communicate naturally. All right, so the computer can learn from the user by just facilitating better communication between humans and machines. All right. Let's take context awareness. All right. Perceptual computing systems can take into account environmental factors such as location, lighting conditions. All right. We talk about traffic lights, for example. All right. The perceptual computing can also create awareness for cars to stop with the help of the traffic lights and other stuff. So, and we talk about the background level, all right, background sound level, okay, which helps them adapt their behaviors accordingly. All right. So we say these features enables perceptually aware computer interfaces that offer more intuitive way for users to interact with technology, while also providing opportunities for innovative applications across various industries, including gaming, entertainment, healthcare, education, automotive, retail, and manufacturing. All right. So, with the help of this, we will end our class here and see you next time. Bye.